Before you buy or subscribe to Napkin AI, which you actually can't right now because it's still in beta, but let me share with you 5 things you need to know about this nifty tool that's been kind of my secret hack for a lot of the things that I do with the AI Adopters Club. Check it out right here. This is my newsletter and I love it. It's for infographics, okay? I love creating those little infographics like here or there. You know, these are not very complex, but it can do much more than this, okay? So here you can see some of the stuff in the background. But hey, my name is Camille Bank. Welcome to my series where I dive into AI tools that can give your business a boost, all right? And this is definitely one of them. If you want to become the AI expert at work and use it at your career advantage, head over to AI Adopters Club on Substack. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty of Napkin AI and why I recommend it if you haven't heard of it yet. Number 1. The type of tasks that Napkin is best for, all right? Napkin AI is your go-to for transforming text into visuals. Think about those times when you're stuck with a wall of text in your presentation or your reports or your newsletters for my purposes here. Napkin AI can turn those into engaging flowcharts, mind maps, or even simple sketches. It's really perfect for marketing when you can create eye-catching visuals for social media posts or blog content or even pitch decks. Imagine turning those latest marketing strategy reports into a visually appealing timeline or maybe a comparison chart that grabs everybody's attention, all right? When it comes to operations, that's another area where this can be helpful. Imagine visualizing workflows, process diagrams, or project timelines. Instead of sending out a 10-page document, you can now share a clear, concise visual that everyone can understand at a glance and then dive into the details. HR can use it too, okay? Use it for onboarding materials, training modules, or even illustrate company policies in a way that's less like reading a legal document and more like a fun infographic, okay? Now, what size business will probably benefit the most from this? I think all kinds of businesses, but Napkin is particularly beneficial to small and medium-sized enterprises, in my opinion, and solopreneurs like myself. And here's why. Small teams. If you're a startup or a small business, you might not have a dedicated graphic designer. Napkin AI lets you create professional visuals without really needing design skills. It's like having a designer on call, but without the hefty salary, okay? By the way, on a side note, I reached out to the team and I asked them to please include specific themes that you can have in your presentation, so you don't have to adjust the colors all the time and the fonts and everything. And they're working on it. You get the watermarking feature soon as well. So I'm very stoked about the responsiveness. Okay, now also medium-sized teams. For teams that are growing, Napkin AI can help streamline communication, specifically in the way I described earlier. It's great for when you're scaling up and basically need to ensure everyone's on the same page visually. Okay, plus it cost effective right now because it's in beta and it doesn't really cost you anything. So except for a very, very short learning curve, you can tell I'm very excited by this and the team is not paying me to promote it at all. I just want to bring it to you because I really think it's super helpful. Now, third point, how can Napkin AI save time and reduce cost? When it comes to saving time, instead of spending hours on PowerPoint or Canva, you can really generate visuals in seconds. For example, if you're preparing a presentation for a client meeting, Napkin AI can turn those bullet points into a visual summary that is just really appealing, okay? Cost reduction, I already touched on that. You know, no need for expensive design software or hiring freelancers, especially in those niche tasks that are really, it's really great for social media too. Those are like those little one-offs, okay? I'm not talking about designing a brand Bible here. Napkin AI, again, is currently in beta, which means it's free to use and you can experiment with it without any financial commitment. And even when they introduce paid plans, I hope that the cost will likely be much less than hiring a designer, which just makes sense, right? Here's an example. Imagine you're a project manager. You've got a complex project plan that you need to share with your team. And instead of just a lengthy email or a boring slide deck, you use Napkin AI to create a flowchart and your team gets it instantly and you're saved hours of back and forth explanation. Okay, it's good to have like this visual cue here and there, which makes it really easy to digest. There is a little bit of a learning curve, like I said, okay, because when it comes to training and setup, there's a little bit of something required. Okay, getting started with Napkin is really easy as pie, but while there's no design skill needed, you do have a little bit of a roll the dice type of thing that you have oftentimes with generative AI, but it gets it so close so often, it's really, really helpful. Basically the way it works is you just type or paste your text into one of their notepads or whatever they call it, their boards, and then Napkin AI does the rest. You select the text that you want to have visualized, and it's like having a conversation with it, and you can then go through different types of versions of visuals, and then you can adjust it in the next stage with the right coloring and the right font and all that type of jazz. So there's plenty of tutorials on resources available. I just want to give you a quick overview and put your attention on this. This is really a gem, one of the few tools that I cannot recommend enough. So yeah, and when it comes to the integration, like I said, you basically just take any type of text from your Google Docs or Slack or whatever else, or your workflow, and you paste it into their online platform, and then it goes from there. Okay. No. So again, let me talk about the ideal users or roles that can really champion AI, Napkin AI in your company. First, like I mentioned before, project managers, they can use Napkin AI to visualize project timelines, workflows, and making project communication much clearer. Marketing managers, they can clearly visualize appealing content that stands out from the crowded digital space. People love short to the point infographics. HR professionals, like I mentioned before, you can make onboarding and training materials much more engaging and less text heavy than content creators like myself, bloggers, social media managers, and anybody who needs to make their content more digestible and shareable. And then team leads, okay? Anyone who needs to communicate complex ideas or processes in a way that's accessible to everyone, from interns to executives. So, before you buy or subscribe to Napkin AI, once it has a plan, remember these key points, all right? It's just about making pretty pictures. It's about making your business communications much more effective, saving time, and really reducing costs with that. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to introduce this amazing tool to your team, earning some serious, bragging points at the next coffee break. Who knows? But that's what we're here for at the AI Adopters Club. So don't forget to check it out on Substack. And for more AI insights, I see you over there or here in the next video. Bye-bye.